you ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even couch it, hey, this is going to be a stupid question. It's just like, you know what? If it's a stupid question, it's a stupid question. But I don't understand. And if I don't understand, we're not going to get this done. And my favorite one was, we started up this mill, and they said, okay, this mill, we have to sell 200,000 tons of product. And we, in a room, I said, is that metric tons or short tons? And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you have just asked the stupidest question in the world, because everybody in the world knows what it's going to be, but you don't. And the person in sales said metric tons, and the person in manufacturing said short tons.
Yeah.
And they looked at each other, and they decided that short tons was better, because that meant they had to sell 10% fewer to make the mill happy, because short tons are about, 90% of a metric ton. And
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, so I've got us 10% of the way there on day one by asking a stupid question.
Yeah, that's a great point. I've seen that as well, that some of the questions, that it's almost like testing the audience in Toastmasters, right?
Right.
The questions may be dumb, but or your point may be dumb, but if it's a good point to you or a good question to you, the chances are it could be dumb, but it could be something that everybody like disagrees on, like metric versus short tons. Like that's something that you'd think is pretty basic.
To be fair, I asked one in a project meeting this week that was, as soon as they started to answer, I was like, oh my God, I just asked the dumbest question I've asked in my career. And I said that. I said, okay, that was the dumbest question I've ever said in my career. And I will now turn in my manufacturing card that I know anything about the process. Thank you.
Well, at least you're upfront about it. Usually I don't really realize it. And then like I'm digging a hole in my yard in the weekend. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that.